Rumors are flying, and fans are completely caught off guard. There's major drama happening behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop. Word is spreading that Kirk Frost and Mendeecees Harris, two of the show's biggest names, might be on their way out. After years of being at the center of the show's biggest moments, their time could be coming to an end. But that's not all. Producers are already looking for new cast members to step in, and the names being discussed are already stirring up reactions. According to sources, auditions have already started, and emotions are running high. Some of the people being considered are already known in the industry, which has only added more tension. People are wondering what really led to this decision and whether anyone can truly replace Kirk and Mendeecees. Even the current cast and crew seems split on the issue, and things are getting heated behind the scenes. This all started after a huge argument between Kirk and Mendeecees during the last season's finale. Fans remember how intense it got. It wasn't just a regular disagreement. Even though both men tried to play it down on social media, the damage had been done. Sources close to the show say the network wasn't happy with how the situation made the franchise look, and might be planning a quiet exit for the two. A person involved with the show shared that serious talks have been happening about a possible shakeup. The show wants drama, that's no secret, but not the kind that spins out of control. Behind closed doors, producers have apparently started testing new cast members to see how they fit. There are even rumors that cameras are already rolling with a few of them. This has left fans questioning whether Kirk and Mendeecees are really on the chopping block. But Kirk isn't ready to walk away. He's been on the show for a long time and knows how reality TV works. Someone close to him said he understands that being part of the drama is what keeps people watching, but he didn't expect the backlash to be this serious. Mendeecees, however, has a more complicated situation. His past legal issues and current personal challenges could make producers see him as a risk. Still, some fans argue he brings too much value to the show to just be cut loose. Social media is already full of people debating whether the show can survive without them. Meanwhile, possible replacements are being talked about, and one name keeps popping up: Jasmine Blue. She's been making a name for herself in Atlanta's entertainment scene. She's not widely known yet, but producers might see her as the perfect person to shake things up. If she's in, the question is, who's out? She's not the only one being mentioned. Other familiar faces might also be returning. And all this uncertainty is making Kirk and Mendeecees anxious, reaching out trying to get some answers, but the producers aren't saying much. The silence is only making things worse. Then came the news that hit him hard. Someone had leaked information that filming had already started with new people. That's when he realized this might actually be happening. The news left Kirk stunned. If producers were already filming replacements, this was more than just gossip. This could mean the decision had already been made, and he wasn't even part of the conversation. Feeling the pressure, he called Mendeecees. The call was tense. Kirk asked if he'd heard about the filming, and Mendeecees said he had, but hoped it wasn't true. Mendeecees believed the show liked to play games like this, stirring up drama to keep fans guessing. He said they'd never just fire someone outright. They'd create suspense first. And he had a point. Love and Hip Hop is built on cliffhangers and chaos. If new cast members were being tested, producers were probably letting the speculation grow before dropping an official announcement. Still, this time felt different. But then Kirk saw something that made his heart sink, a blurry picture from a filming location. In it was Jasmine Blue, clearly part of the shoot, but she wasn't alone. Standing next to her was someone Kirk hadn't seen in years: Ashley Monet. The name alone brought back memories. There was a messy past between them, and if producers were bringing her in, they weren't just replacing Kirk. They were setting up a storyline that involved his personal life. That's when it hit him. This wasn't just about letting him go. They were getting ready to expose him. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was facing a different kind of threat. Rumors about his replacement were heating up, and what made it worse was that Yandy Smith, who normally stood up for him, wasn't saying anything. Her silence made him feel like something was being hidden from him. Then he got a call from someone on the production team. The message was short, but serious. They said someone new had joined the cast and claimed to have proof about things Mendeecees had done in the past, before his prison sentence, before he turned his life around. Whatever it was, it didn't sound good. And just like that, both Kirk and Mendeecees found themselves in the middle of a storm they didn't see coming. Gossip blogs lit up with headlines claiming Jasmine Blue and Ashley Monet were about to shake things up on Love and Hip Hop. Rumors said Kirk might be on his way out, and Mendeecees' past was coming back to haunt him. New cast members were making noise, and the pressure on the original stars was mounting. Whether they liked it or not, replacements were already moving in. Kirk Frost couldn't relax. His phone was blowing up. Messages from friends, industry, folks, even fans asking him straight up if he'd been kicked off the show. He scrolled through social media, reading post after post. People were saying Jasmine and Ashley were the new stars, that Kirk should start looking for another gig. Others joked about him getting replaced by the same drama he thought was behind him. What stung? The producers weren't denying any of it. This wasn't a simple rumor. It was becoming reality. Kirk slammed his phone down. He had to handle this. His first move? Call Jasmine Blue directly. If she was working with the producers to spin this against him, she needed to know she was stepping into dangerous territory. He dialed her number. It rang a couple of times before she picked up. "Well, look who it is," Jasmine said, sounding amused. "I was wondering when you'd call." "Stop playing games," Kirk snapped. "I know what you're up to. You're not fooling anyone." Jasmine let out a short laugh. "Oh, please, Kirk. I didn't start this. The producers reached out to me. They made their choice. And you know why?" Kirk clenched his phone tighter. "Because you're old news. The audience wants something new. And who better than the woman who knows all your secrets?" That hit hard. Jasmine did know things. Things that could destroy his reputation, his marriage, his career. And she wasn't bluffing. "You better be careful," Kirk warned. "You don't know what you're getting into." "Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing," she replied coolly. "And this time, you're not in control." Then she hung up. Kirk sat frozen. It wasn't just about the show anymore. His past was catching up to him, and fast. While Kirk was stressing, Mendeecees had his own problems. He was starting to feel like his wife Yandy wasn't telling him everything. She had been way too quiet about the replacement rumors. One night, after the kids were in bed, he finally asked her, "Yandy, why haven't you said anything about all this talk of me being replaced?" She didn't even look up from her phone. "Because it's not my battle. If they're replacing you, what can I do?" That hit him like a slap. "You're supposed to have my back," he said, frustrated. "I'm not just gonna sit here while they try to push me out." Yandy sighed and finally put her phone down. "Look, the producers don't care about loyalty. If they think someone else can bring in better ratings, they'll go with them. All you can do is prove you're still worth keeping around." Mendeecees clenched his jaw. "And how am I supposed to do that?" "Make sure people are still talking about you," she said. "Keep your name in the headlines." That gave him an idea. If the show wanted drama, he'd give it to them. The next day, he hit up a trusted contact at a gossip blog, someone who'd publish anything without asking too many questions. "I've got something for you," he told them. "Make sure it goes viral." Within hours, the story spread like wildfire. Mendeecees fighting back against love and hip-hop, refusing to be pushed out. Fans went crazy in the comments. "Mendeecees ain't going out like that. They better not replace him. Who are they even trying to bring in? Nah, we're not having it." It worked. The buzz was building, and the producers had to notice. If they thought they could just erase him, they were dead wrong. But while Mendeecees was fighting back, Kirk's situation got even worse. Ashley Monet went live on Instagram and confirmed what everyone had been speculating. "I wasn't even planning on talking about this," she said, sitting in a dim room, her voice serious. "But since y'all keep asking, yeah, I've been filming with Love and Hip Hop. And let me tell you, some people are about to get exposed." The comments exploded. "Exposed? By who?" "She's talking about Kirk." "I know it." Ashley hesitated, then added, "Some folks out here acting innocent, knowing they did some shady stuff. And I've got the receipts." That was all she needed to say. The damage was done. Kirk's name was getting dragged, and he had no idea what Ashley was planning to reveal. This wasn't just about switching cast members anymore. This was personal. As talk about Kirk and Mendeecees getting the boot kept growing, fans were split. Some were excited about the possibility of new faces. Others thought kicking out longtime cast members would ruin the show's vibe. Social media lit up with hashtags like Akshamran Keep Kirk and NewRLHH trending side by side. Behind the scenes, both men were scrambling. Kirk, always thinking like a businessman, started calling his contacts to find out what was really going on. He even tried reaching out to the top producers, and reportedly attempted to speak to Mona Scott herself to get answers. Mendeecees took a different approach. He was angry. More at how quickly people were turning on him after all the years he gave to the show. He started calling other cast members, trying to get support and remind them that he and Kirk were still important to the storyline. But people were hesitant. No one wanted to risk getting caught between the cast and the producers. Yandy, ever the planner, started thinking long-term. If Mendeecees was out, what did that mean for her? Would she still be part of the show? Just in case, she quietly began talking to her team about backup options. Despite all this chaos, VH1 said nothing. No confirmation, no denial. That silence only made things worse. Then, as if things weren't messy enough, a mysterious insider leaked a list of possible new cast members. Jasmine Blue, an influencer with industry connections, and Rico Prince, a wild rapper known for stirring drama, were on it. Fans were shocked. Who were these people? And why was VH1 looking outside the original cast? Jasmine herself added to the fire. She went live and didn't deny anything. "If the opportunity's there, why not?" she said. "Love and hip-hop needs new energy, don't y'all think?" That one line blew up online. Was this confirmation that Kirk and Mendeecees were really being replaced? Then a screenshot started circulating that showed Kirk supposedly replying to Jasmine's live from his private account, saying, Ain't nobody taking my spot. Been here too long for that. But fans weren't sure if it was real or fake. Mendeecees, tired of the silence, finally spoke up during a surprise live stream. All I'm gonna say is, don't believe everything you hear. Some people just like stirring up drama. Real ones know what's up. The comment left people guessing. Was he denying the rumors or hinting at something going on behind the scenes? With fans demanding answers, VH1 stayed quiet. Some thought this whole thing might be a stunt to hype up the next season. One thing was clear: change was definitely coming.